It's been 52 weeks, and I wasn't expecting this. How's it going, YouTube? We're going to talk about 52 weeks I've been on YouTube, and the good, the bad, where the channel's going, and what's next. A year ago, I had 0 subscribers, and today I have 431. Is YouTube where I want it to be a year later from when I started? Let's talk about it. We got some geese sitting right there. So why did I start YouTube? My original thought was to help for my business to grow. I had a sign company, and I was going to use it as like how-to tutorials and, you know, just some tips and tricks. And I decided I didn't want to do that, and I was losing interest in that business. Long story short, that business is shut down, and I decided to go after the next thing I really enjoy, and that is the outdoor community and the outdoor recreation. So I decided to start switching my gears into, you know, camping, hiking, fishing, and create content that way. And I really have been enjoying it, and my goal with it was still kind of to this day is have some passive income, have where, you know, I don't have to rely so heavily on a job. That is still my goal, and I'll explain a little later why my thought process has changed and my best advice for you if you want to start a YouTube video. But I found, you know, it's a great place to start. There's a lot of things you can do to make YouTube videos. It doesn't have to be outdoor related. It doesn't have to be indoor related. It doesn't have to be really anything. It just has to be something that you have joy in and you want to do. And for me, that's the outdoor industry. So some of the struggles I've had with YouTube, I think every YouTuber goes through this, and I feel you get some videos that perform really well, and those are the ones that you put almost like no effort in. And for some reason, those just perform. I don't get why. I don't know if it's an algorithm thing. I don't know if it's just how I keyworded it. These are things I just don't know. But the ones that I seem to put more effort in do okay. And, you know, guys, I'm not monetized yet. I'm working on it. I'm hoping to be monetized here pretty soon. The struggles is a lot of what I find is this, you know, you get a video that does really well. Like I had a video that I would say is somewhat viral. It's almost at 14,000 views as I'm recording this, and that's my greatest performing video out of all of it. I got a couple, I think at like, I got one at like 5,000, and I got, I think, a few at like around 1,000 views. But it took me almost a year, about a year, for that to happen. And I don't know what is causing that, and if it's just maybe me and how I'm posting. These are things I don't know, but I know I'm not going to give up on it, and I'm going to keep trying. And I think I just got to be a little patient on YouTube. It takes time, and I think I'm kind of going through, I guess as people say, the valley of death. Guys, I love creating content for you guys because I love catching I love catching fish. One thing I am learning with YouTube, and I think it took me a good probably 6 months to figure this out, and I'm still trying to figure it out, is whatever content you put out there, you need a niche down. So for me, it's outdoor content, it's peaceful outdoor content, hiking and camping. You know, and I know that sounds like a big niche, but it's basically what my niche is camping and hiking, a little bit of fishing. Once you figure out that niche, now you need to focus on how to make that video stand out in a saturated market, because everything on YouTube and every niche is completely saturated, and you blend in so much. And that gets hard for me, that I struggle with, is yes, I found the niche that I think is going to do well, and it's a niche I have a lot of fun doing, but I need to get myself to stand out. And how do I get myself to stand out? I honestly think that goes to your thumbnail, your title, and your hook in your video. And with my Outlier video that I have almost 14,000 views on, is actually shown that. And I'll put a link in the description, and I'll put something up right here. And if you guys look at the thumbnail, the title, and the hook, I think that's why it did so well. And I'm trying to replicate it from that. I've had, I think, 4 videos out now since that, and nothing has stuck, and I can't get anything to take off like it did. So I'm not sure, and I don't think the content was the greatest in that video. Yes, I think it was kind of my normal stuff. I think it went down to the thumbnail, to the title, and to the hook, and I think that's what did so well with it. So let me talk more about my thumbnails. One thing I'm noticing with thumbnails is when I have the camper in it and I have me next to my campfire pit, or me leaning down on it, or me just kind of interacting with it and showing my face and showing me, they seem to do better, and they seem to perform better when I do my A/B testing for my thumbnails. I'm noticing, do the thumbnail testing. When you're starting out, I think that's insanely important, so you can see what's working and what's not working, and look back, you know, on your last 3, 6, 12 videos and see which ones are performing well. Now, I've had some videos where I admit it only tops out at maybe 200 views. That's it, and it's been out for months. And I just think it's a thumbnail, you know, which I've thought about redoing my thumbnails and see if that helps a little bit, but I don't know if that's the case or not, and re-keyword. So that stuff has definitely crossed my mind. My Outlier video that I had, you know, it's been, I think, about a month, and it finally leveled off at about 13.8, I think is how many views I got on that. Did pretty good, and I wish it can come, I wish I can get some other videos to perform that good, but I'm just having a hard time getting it. And I don't know, my best answer to that is I think, ooh, I just had a fish on. My best answer to that is don't give up, keep trying. You got to keep moving forward. And oh no, I didn't have a fish. I caught seaweed. One thing I'm finding that's not working for me, and I see it working for some other outdoor YouTube creators, is AI thumbnails. I have had not a lot of luck with AI thumbnails. And if you look at a lot of my videos, it's not really AI generated. I might throw some text in there that is AI generated, but other than that, that's really about it. I try to snag a photo from my video or from my phone and use it, because it seems in the outdoor content and the outdoor niche that seems to perform better. So if you guys are looking to do some outdoor content type videos, I think keep it natural, keep it raw, and just keep it real. I think that does perform better. So some other things that I see that's working really well for me is you have your long form and your short form videos. My short form, you know, it did all right when I first started. It did all right a couple months ago, and now the short form just isn't really performing the way it should. I never really get over 1,200 views on my shorts. I am using software to help me create my shorts, and I don't put a whole lot of effort into them, so that might be why they're not performing the best. But I'm finding my long form is doing really well. I find there's growth off of it. I find that I'm getting some good watch time. I'm gaining some subscribers, and I think the long form is what I'm going to focus on a little bit more moving forward. I post pretty consistent. I post pretty often. I post once a week every Thursday, and I post 2 shorts a week, and I've been doing that for a while. And the posting 2 shorts a week is something I've been doing for about, I want to say about 3 months. And now I'm starting to wonder if the shorts is hurting my long form, or is this tricking the algorithm, as they say. And these are things I just don't know enough about YouTube to say. But I am leaning more towards the long form. I feel like that is the better way to go to get monetized with your shorts. I mean, you got to have, I think, 10 million views or something like that, and within a year. I mean, that is a lot of watch time. I'm never going to hit that for what I'm doing in this content. And I think the long form is the safer bet. I try to use my short form to feed to my long form. It was working a little bit, but not so much now. And I think I'm learning too, your video length in my long form. Like I did a couple that were over half an hour, over 30 minutes, and they did all right. But I'm learning now, I think I need to be a little bit more around the 20 to 25 minute mark. And that seems to be doing really good. I'm seeing my audience retention. I still have that steep incline within the first, 30 seconds or so, but people are still staying around above the 33% mark, which is good. And it kind of levels off and stays pretty consistent. I would like to get that number from 33 to 50%. Obviously, I'd like to get it a lot higher. But I'm seeing improvements slowly, and I think a lot of that is having to do with my hooks or my hook in the video, my title, my thumbnail. You need to kind of show something right away to keep the viewer intrigued and keep watching. So what's next for me with YouTube? Honestly, I don't have the crystal ball. All I know is I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to focus on better quality videos. I'm going to put a little more effort into some editing. I'm going to try to mix up my content a little bit, but stay within my niche. I think that's important. So I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to keep improving on my titles, my thumbnails, and I need to have a good hook when I start my videos. I think that is really important. And when I go to create my thumbnail, I need to look at other thumbnails and try to come up with something that is a little more unique and a little more different than what someone else is doing, and have it stand out. I do know one thing is, like, my videos, they don't really show up in, like, if you're gonna search peaceful outdoor camping, that's not gonna really show up on search. And I don't even know if that's even really a search item on YouTube. So my final thoughts on all this is start YouTube. Just do it. But my advice is find a niche, perfect that niche, try to stand out from others, focus on your thumbnails and titles, get good hooks, and I think you will monetize faster. And those are things where I've made a lot of mistakes. And I think if you can focus on those and focus basically on your packaging, you will succeed and you will get monetized faster. And don't be afraid to show your face. Don't be afraid to let people in a little bit, but don't give away everything. You need to have a personal life. It doesn't belong to the internet. So just start, post, and things will start working your way. And you got to have fun with it. Don't think you're going to go into this like, I'm going to go in this just to make money. I want to get monetized. I thought that way at first, and now it's more about, hey, have fun, create content, make it where people are going to watch it, hopefully, and you will grow. It might be slow, but it will grow. I appreciate you guys watching this video. I know this is a really short video and it's a little different, but I just wanted to get this out, because I'm at that 1 year mark. And please like and subscribe. Please comment below. I would love for some new followers to come along on the channel. We got some good stuff coming down the pipeline. It has caught me a little rainbow.